Welcome back, YouTube. This is the Black American, channel of the free and the brave. Now, today we're going to talk about yet another situation, another occurrence of black on black crime. Now, I want to touch on this video. My wife sent it to me and asked, am I going to cover situations like this and videos like this on my channel? And of course I want to, because I want to put a highlight on this particular issue in our community, in my community. I want to talk about how it affects us, of course, how it affects others around us, and how it also paints a further stereotype on us and how we need to change and we need to improve with our behavior. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down in the comment section. I am trying to get up to 10,000 subscribers. So please, please, please make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you find value in the content I create. Without further ado, let's get into this video.
Police have just arrested someone in the deadly Rainier Beach shooting.
Now, 2 high school students were killed, and now 2 months later, SPD has their suspect, a 15-year-old boy. King 5's Savannah Welch is live in the neighborhood with an update this morning. Savannah, 15 years old. It's really hard to imagine. What's the latest?
Yeah, Jake, this morning we're learning a little bit more about the suspect. Police say he's a teenage boy, but not a student at Rainier Beach High School. Investigators also say there are no other suspects at this point. Here's what we know. So police believe this 15-year-old boy.
First off, 15 years old is wild to be doing such atrocities like this. I'm sitting here watching this video, thinking back to what I was doing at 15 years old. What was I, like a freshman in high school? All I was trying to do is play basketball, Nintendo 64, Mario Kart. Like, taking lives? What type of environment are you growing up in? It has to be absolutely hectic and, you know, just a very inopportune environment for this young man to grow up to where he gets the mentality that he can go out here and take lives away from other people. Let's continue.
He's responsible for the deadly shooting that killed 2 Rainier Beach High School students. 17-year-old Trevay Hoffmoose and 18-year-old Tyjon Stewart were shot and killed just after school let out on January 30th. This happened near a bus stop filled with students at Rainier Avenue South and South Henderson Street. Investigators say the teens were intentionally targeted, but have not said if they knew the shooter. In the weeks since the shooting, Chief Sean Barnes says they've increased police presence around Rainier Beach High School.
Intentional shooting. Now, hopefully you're intentional whenever you do shoot, but this sounds like a hit. Why is a 15-year-old boy out here doing hit jobs? Absolutely unfathomable. I can't even wrap my brain around this situation.
To our youth, if there is someone who is perhaps listening to this and you are struggling with conflict, please reach out to someone.
Man, these boys are not listening to you, Chief Barnes. They're not. Like, at this point in time, they're too far gone. Granted, there are some situations where a young man can be saved, but just seeing so many of these videos and witnessing so much gang violence, they believe that street code is the way of life. They literally grow up believing that they are going to die young or go to prison. And it's like they don't even care. I've seen videos where they go to jail and come out and then it's a badge of honor. That's not honor. That's stupidity. We have to get some type of self-preservation mentality and shed this honor culture, because most of the time we're trying to uphold and defend our honor, and we do asinine things that hurts so many people beyond ourselves, because this kid he's going down for a long time, if not forever. And it's so sad to see.
You trust, so that we're not standing here next year having another press conference for someone that we have lost.
SPD says they still haven't found the weapon used in the shooting. The suspect's first court appearance is scheduled today at 1:30 p.m. at the Juvenile Justice Center. And as this case moves into the courtroom, we'll likely learn more about what led police to this teen and those documents released that are expected to be released today. Coming up, the mayor has talked about what needs to change and how there really needs to be more support here in the Rainier Beach community. We'll hear more from her in the next half hour. In Seattle, Savannah Welch, King 5 News.
All right. So as you can hear, that happened in Seattle. The liberal cesspool who is soft on crime. They let people out, violent criminals, just let them out of jail. They get tens of arrests and things don't stop until they end up taking someone's life. And just like we saw Chief Barnes, these kids aren't listening to you. They don't care about police. They don't care about going to jail. We have to stop this type of behavior at home with the parents far before they turn 15 years old. We need to have more of an initiative to be there for our children. The mothers, the fathers, the grandmothers, the siblings, the aunts, the uncles. They're probably latchkey kids running about doing any and everything, falling into gangs. And it's just a spiral, a downward spiral, and it seems like it's never going to end with my community. Now, I just thought of something. Let me go in here and try to find any more information on this young man. Of course, they probably won't give his name since he's a minor. Give me a second here. And guys, I do live in the Seattle area, so this is something that is kind of close to home. I'm fully aware of the area, the Rainier Beach area. Okay, hold on. All right, I found an article here. I don't know how to share this screen, so let me just read this to you. Of course, teen suspect in Rainier Beach student murders was on supervision at the time of killings. What do they mean by that? Let's continue to read this a little bit. All right. A 15-year-old boy who is accused of killing two students near Rainier Beach High School in January was under court supervision for a prior case involving a firearm at the time of the murders. Court records show. So this kid was already under some type of papers. Court supervision. It doesn't say if it was a shooting, but some type of firearm charges. It says Seattle police arrested the teen suspect who Como News is not naming. Like I said, it's probably because he's a minor, but he's doing adult activity. So I don't mind if they put his name out there. At a first appearance hearing on Wednesday, that's today. This article was published today. The teen did not come into the courtroom as prosecutors argued to keep him in secure detention while they review the case. He's probably a wild, unhinged individual. Judge Tanya Thorpe, sounds woke, ordered the teen held in custody and found there is probable cause for 2 counts of murder in the first degree and 1 count of unlawful possession of a firearm. Of course, that's evident. There are 2 unalived bodies, and he is 15 years old, so he cannot lawfully carry a firearm due to his age. Where did he get it? Where did he get it? Washington State. While you're trying to put every single law on firearms to restrict law-abiding citizens from carrying firearms, clearly criminals will find a way to get firearms. I don't know when or if ever you guys will understand that fact. It says here on January 30th, 18-year-old Tyjon Malik Stewart, a 17-year-old Travia Halfmoose, crazy names there, were shot and killed at the doors of a Metro bus on South Henderson Street near Rainier Avenue South. There's just a short distance from Rainier Beach High School. Now, I know exactly where this place is. And let me tell you something real quick. My wife and I, we recently moved to a new home, right? And in our search, we were looking for affordable options. And we started seeing some affordable options. And then we saw that they were in the Rainier Beach area. And we said, no, 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 no. We're not moving there. Why? Because it is a predominantly Black community. And it's in South Seattle. Everybody in Seattle knows the Blacks are in the South, period. Everyone knows that. And my wife, she used to work for 911 at the time. Well, not at the time, but she used to work for 911. All the violent calls, I don't say all of them, but most of the violent calls, the shootings, the killings, the murders, the assaults, gang activity, they were in the Rainier Beach area. So I am not going to voluntarily put myself, my wife, and my newborn baby boy, put their welfare in danger by moving somewhere just because it's more affordable when I know they will be in more danger. No way. Let's continue a little bit more here. See what else I can find. Police began collecting surveillance videos, which showed the shooter was on a bus and then ambushed the teens when the bus stopped. Wow. Definitely was a hit of some kind. While the cameras on the Metro bus where the shooting happened were malfunctioning at the time, of course. Another Metro bus was approaching the same bus stop and recorded the shooting on a front-facing camera. So they did get the entire thing on camera, which is good for prosecution. From there, police tracked the shooter's movements through surveillance cameras on the nearby school grounds, a tiny home village, and other buildings. So they triangulated his movements through different videos, surveillance videos throughout the neighborhood or the area he was in, which is good. Good police work, obvious police work. I mean, that's what you should do. Minutes after the attack, police alleged the camera of a nearby home recorded the teen after he had removed a black mask, a ski he was wearing at the time of the shooting. According to the arrest, an anonymous tip identified the shooter a few days after the killings. So congratulations to that anonymous tip. Who knows who it could have been? A student, a parent, some type of family member, a close friend. But thank you for doing that and getting this killer off of our streets. Investigators learned the 15-year-old was still under court supervision for a prior case involving a shooting. So it was a shooting. It says later down in here. Why wouldn't they put that at the top? Why did they bury stuff like that way down in here? Because people have short attention spans and they may not make it all the way down. But I'm giving you the full story here. In that case, court records show police detained the teen while responding to a report of shots fired at Jean Coulon Park out here, I believe in Seattle. I haven't been to that one. During a stop and frisk, police found a 9mm handgun on the teen. In an agreement with prosecutors, the teen agreed to court supervision for at least 9 months to defer prosecution. Okay, I think we get the gist of what's going on here. This guy was on court supervision from a previous shooting. Still let him running free. There actually needs to be more strict laws on the books for minors who are violent in this manner. He shouldn't have been out free. He should have done some time. And like I said, soft on crime, Washington, especially Seattle. Before I started my channel, I was reading so many different instances of individuals who are committing so many crimes. And I mean assaults, rapes, harassment. And then they've been to jail 30, 40, 50, 60 times. And then they finally take someone's life. They should have been locked up for years and not roaming free to commit more atrocities. And let's circle back. Black people, we need to fix this. We need to put a hard focus on family. We need to put a hard focus on the selection of the people that we have children with. Hard focus on education, like many other races do, the Asians, the Indians, white people. We need to be reading our kids' books. We need to encourage them to read. We need to help their vocabulary. Did you know 60, 70%, if not higher, of Black seniors graduating high school are not literate? Sorry, am I literate? They can't read and they can't do math at grade level. 70%. We are graduating absolute idiots into the workforce, into the world. If you can't function, if you can't read and write and do math, you're doomed. Opportunities will pass you by, and the lower the IQ, the higher the crime rate. Because that's when instincts kick in. That's when you have to rob, you got to steal, because you can't do it intellectually. We don't live in the honor culture anymore. We still have that culture in our brain, but we need to shed it immediately. We live in a dignity culture, intellectual culture. Read some books, learn the laws, learn code, tax codes, learn finances, learn what it needs to take to succeed in the world we live in, not in a mud hut in Africa. We need to get it together. Black fatigue. Black people are tired of it. White people are tired of it. Hispanics are tired of it. Asians are tired of it. They're tired of this behavior. We give them a reason. We still give them a reason to clutch their purses and cross the street when we are walking by. And it's nobody's fault but us. We have everything we've been fighting for. And now we're out here in the streets acting like goddamn fools. It's embarrassing. It's just damn right embarrassing. I hate opening my phone and I see it way more than I want to, because now I have to research videos on this absolute ignorance and touch on it, talk to my people. And they're just walking around like they just don't give a damn. Like the world owes them something. Don't owe you shit. Get out here and work for you what you need. We can change it. We can change the stereotype. We give them a reason now to be racist. It wasn't in the past. We've been treated terribly in the past. But when we finally got our equal rights, everything we've been fighting for, whether or not you realize that or not. And if you don't realize that, you need to wake up and take a look around. There's nothing a white person can do that I can't do. Everybody has obstacles. Everybody, black people, white people, Asian people, Indian people, Hispanic people, Native American people, everybody has obstacles. Recognize your obstacles, figure out how to do them, how to get over them. You ain't special. We ain't special. Everything is built so everybody can succeed. If you have victim mentality, that's on you. Dwell in your little pool of victimhood. Trust me, because I did it. Once you change your mentality, everything changes around you. Your friend circle, your social circle, your professional circle, the opportunities that come your way, pull your pants up, get a haircut, dress well. Watch things change. Even romantically, the type of woman you attract will change. And you will see. Give it a chance. It's only up to us. And this needs to stop. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments down in the comment section. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so make sure you go ahead and hit that sub button. Black people, let's do better. Until next time, I am the Black American. This is the channel of the free and the brave.